Hi, Grant here. Just before we start, there were some audio issues with this episode, but I hope that doesn't spoil your listening experience. And also, while I'm here, I would be really grateful if you could give Chaps Out a review and follow. It really helps the algorithm and gets us discovered by those who might need to hear it. Thanks. Now back to the podcast.
When I've read them, they go to the Oxfam bookshop. And I look at it that I bought it, so I've encouraged the market in queer literature, and then I've given it away so that somebody else can discover it.
Hello and welcome to Chaps Out Culture, the companion podcast where I invite my guests to recommend their favourite LGBTQ+ inspired art, music, literature, film, theatre or TV. Essential queer culture that celebrates who we are.
Hello and welcome to Chaps Out Culture, and I'm joined again by Peter, and he's here to tell us about some queer culture that he wants to recommend to me and to us. So what have you got for us?
Queer culture, I spent a lot of time when I first came out trying to embrace finding myself. There's that wonderful film, Beautiful Thing. Absolutely have to watch it.
Yeah.
And I think for the modern youth, Heartstopper, I look at it and go, oh my goodness, that beautiful representation of diversity and queer culture and neurodivergence. Glorious. I read the books. In fact, I read the online comic when it first came out. All I had to say was, I wish I'd had a Nick Nelson in my class. I really do. Or a Mr. Ajay. There wasn't a teacher you could go to speak to in those days. There was nobody. Then a film I saw many, many years before I came out, Maurice. Maurice. Wonderful book, Ian Forster, which he wouldn't allow to be published until after he died, so it wasn't published until the early 1970s. He didn't want people to judge him on it. It's a beautiful book. There is a sequel that's come out, which is equally glorious. I have had the privilege once of meeting Rupert Graves, who plays Scudder in it. Such a lovely man. And you've got the wonderful thing, Hugh Grant being asked, who's the best kisser? You know, of all your leading ladies, who's the best kisser? And he says, James Wilby. It's a great story, set in the Edwardian times, of discovering who you are, coming out to yourself, and then to others. Then another piece of gay awakening was discovering theatre, musicals, Evita. I might have seen Evita 40 times.
Wow.
Then there's two other films. One is Were the World Mine, which is a version of Midsummer Night's Dream set in an all-boys public school with sixth formers, and one of the lead characters is playing Puck, and how that evolves. And it is beautiful. It's got music, it's got dance, it's got song, and I won't tell you about the ending. And then I teased that mine is a question of love. I think my films, my books, my stories, they've got to have love in them. I'm not interested. I get it. People want to see the gritty side of life. I don't. I can watch the news. So when I said just a question of love, there's this film. Now, if I can get my French right, it is Juste une question d'amour, which is just a question of love. Beautiful film. I don't know if you can even get it now, but a man and his apprentice who realise against everything that they expected that they've fallen in love with each other. I read a lot of young adult gay literature. I picked the young adult because, quite frankly, Oh my goodness, I sound like a prude. I'm not interested in the steamy sex scenes. I'm interested in the romance and the emotion.
Mm.
I want steamy sex scenes. I can watch something else.
Yes.
Because being gay is not just about sex. It's about the emotional connection you make. I'm closest with my husband when I'm lying against him, either when we're cuddled up on the couch or last thing at night before going to sleep. It's that physical connection, the emotional connection. And I do tend to buy those from Gaze the Word or Queer Lit. When I've read them, I don't have a huge house. So I don't tend to keep a lot of things.
Right.
So when I've read them, they go to the Oxfam bookshop. And I look at it that I bought it, so I've encouraged the market in queer literature. And then I've given it away so that somebody else can discover it. You can't give it to schools or libraries, they can't do it.
Mm.
What you can do, and I would say to any listeners out there, look up something called Pop and Ollie. So Pop, then an N, Ollie.
Mm.
They do gift sets of LGBTQIA plus friendly explainer books, the kind of things that you and I needed when we were little, for primary and secondary age children. They're a charity that relies on donations, and every so often I'll pick a school and I will say to the people at Pop and Ollie, I want them to have a set of books. That's something that any of us can do.
Wow.
And you can get out there the books that you and I needed.
Mm.
And they just explain it in a very gentle way. You know, a book about Prince Henry, who happens to fall in love with another bloke.
Right.
Oh, wow. And children look at it and go, that's a story. It's a story.
Mm.
Through story, you explain experience. That's it. So it is just a question of love.
That's fantastic. That's a really good idea, isn't
Pop
it?
and Ollie. Pop and Ollie. popandollie.com.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, oh, fantastic. Yeah. Imagine having that book when I was at school.
Mm.
It would have, of course, it wouldn't have been allowed because it would have been banned from being
Probably
pushed.
would have been, but we know better now.
Yeah, I love the vote for beautiful thing. That's that's come up a few times now. I was wondering whether I should start doing a kind of a running list of the
I
sort of the
think it's
most
about
popular.
it's written by a gay author, isn't it? I actually, by accident, my best friend and I, this one that I met very early on, he and I went to a gala performance of it in London. We didn't realise it was a gala.
Mm.
We just thought, we got tickets for it one Saturday night up in Soho. And completely by accident, we were sitting behind the original film cast as it was done on stage. So we were behind Glenn and Scott, and Joe Harvey was there as well, and just watching them watch that role. So I've seen it on stage a few times, and I've seen the film countless times. And again, going, that's set only 10 years after I'd left school. If I'd been able to have, I will never say I regret, and I would never change anything because it would mean I didn't have my girls.
Mm.
Sorry, no, that's a red line. I couldn't be without my wonderful daughters, and they are beautiful. But if I had been able to tell that boy when I was 14, I don't know.
And again, I talk about being bisexual. There's not a lot of representation of bisexual relationships, and from men or women in popular culture, I would say.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm probably looking in the wrong place. That's why I'm asking people to recommend stuff to me, but I'm not that aware of it. I think I'm pretty clued up with popular culture, but I just don't see that one as much as gay films.
I think it's easier to present the binary of gay or lesbian. Is it binary? I don't know if that's the right word. Because people
nuanced, isn't it? The bisexuality is
in the way it's less nuanced. Bisexuality is even more nuanced.
Yeah.
And there was that stupid idea that if you were bi, you just hadn't had the courage to come out to gay. And actually, no, you can be bisexual. And you can be bisexual and in a relationship with a woman, or bisexual in a relationship with a man, or somebody who is pansexual, or somebody who is demisexual. It is, again, going back to the thing, emotional connection. When you are with that person, do you feel that you've come home?
Yeah.
And that's your person. Their gender, biological sex, whatever, or between their legs, whatever, is irrelevant. It's a connection of your minds and your souls with each other.
Yeah. Yeah. One of the recommendations that was given to me was Call Me By Your Name, which when I watched it, I realised that you could call them both bisexual men because they both got a girlfriend and a wife. So, but it's sold as a gay affair because it's probably easier to market that way. Well, there we go. Well, they're fantastic choices. I'm looking forward to looking into those.
I would highly recommend Juste un question d'amour and Were the World Mine. They are beautiful, beautifully shot as well.
Yeah, lovely, brilliant. Well,
and certainly say to people, give some money through Pop and Ollie. Get out there the things that we wanted or that we needed.
Yeah.
Get nothing else to save somebody from the shame.
Fantastic. All right, Peter. Thank you so much for your recommendations. I can tell you've thought about it a lot, and you did well to keep it down to 5, 6.
Yeah, I could have done better time in discs, couldn't I?
Magic. All right. Well, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Lovely to see you. Cheers.
Bye.